Alright, so I'm back again, video number 2. Today's video is all about how to stop nighttime cravings for good. And it's actually raining a little bit, but I just want to get this video done and out to you because it's super important. Now, a lot of people struggle with cravings at nighttime. Like they go to their fridge at midnight and they start snacking on Oreos, Doritos, Haagen-Dazs and all this kind of stuff and wonder why they can't lose the weight. So I just want to really talk about why this happens and how to stop craving snacks at nighttime. Okay, so number one, this is what I tell all my clients. Number one is you're not eating enough food throughout the day, especially at dinner. Okay, and this is the basic philosophy around cravings is, you know, you're not eating enough of the right stuff, which is why you're craving stuff, right? Your body is like, hey, I didn't get enough of the nutrients, so I'm craving the stuff that I shouldn't necessarily be craving, right? So for example, if you're not getting enough magnesium, you're going to start craving chocolate, right? This is one of the correlations between a nutrient deficiency and cravings. Okay, so if you're not getting enough magnesium, you're not eating avocados, you're not supplementing with magnesium glycinate, right? You're not, eating other magnesium-rich foods like shellfish, then you're going to start having the cravings for the chocolate. Okay, that's one example. Okay, so that's number one, and number two is you're not eating the right kinds of macronutrients. Right, so maybe you're eating too many carbohydrates, which is why you have these cravings all the time, right? Which is why your blood sugar's up and down and you have these cravings, right? So if you eat more of the protein and the fat, these are satiating macronutrients, right? So when you eat these foods, you're going to be satiated, meaning that you're going to be full for longer. So you won't need to be craving in the nighttime, okay? Most of the people that come to me who have these problems before of, craving snacks at nighttime, is because they were eating the wrong balance of macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat. They were eating too many carbs, not enough protein, not enough fat, which is why they had the cravings, right? So for example, one of my clients, for example, he had nighttime cravings for 10 years before he came to me. And as soon as he started working with me, I started putting him on exactly what I'm telling you, more nutrient-dense food, protein and fat, getting his nutrients in, making sure that he's covered with all the micronutrients like magnesium, all these kind of things. And all of a sudden, his nighttime cravings went away. Crazy, right? Not really. It's very simple when you understand how this works. Okay, so that's number two. And in that, people talk about fiber, like, oh, you need fiber as well because fiber keeps you full. Well, that is partly true. However, we don't actually need fiber, right? Like, I can eat fruit, and I do eat fruit sometimes, but I don't fool myself into thinking that I need fruit. I don't need fruit. I can eat it, and that's the end of that. But that's a whole other topic about fruit. Anyway, number three, this is one of the most important things, is avoid the long gap between dinner and bedtime, right? So people that are night owls, like I used to be a night owl, so I would eat dinner maybe like 7 o'clock, and I'd go to bed at like 2 o'clock, and then find myself snacking in the nighttime because there's such a long gap. That's like 7 hours between 7 o'clock and 2 a.m. of time, right? So of course I'm going to get hungry again towards the end of that time. So towards near my bedtime, I'll get hungry and I'll start snacking, okay? And when you're hungry, research shows at nighttime, when you're hungry at night, you're not going to snack on healthy snacks. You're going to go for the pizzas, the ice cream, the cookies, that kind of stuff, right? And that has a knock-on effect into how you feel the next day and also how you sleep, okay? So next one, avoid blue light in the evening, okay? This is a big one, right? Like for example, when you are not wearing blue light blockers, right? And I never used to wear these for a long time, but when I started wearing it, my sleep started improving. So basically, what happens is after sunset, I almost forgot English then. So after the sun goes down, it gets dark, right? And then you put on your lights in your house. These are artificial lights. It's a blue light, right? And you're looking on your devices. Like I've got my iPad here, my phone here, and you're looking on your devices. And basically, what that's doing to your brain is telling your brain that basically it's sunlight, it's daylight, right? And your brain is going to stay awake. And what that does is it suppresses the growth, what's it called? Not growth hormone, the sleep hormone, okay? So it suppresses the production of the sleep hormone, which is why you can't get to sleep, right? And which is why you're staying awake and then you get the cravings, the nighttime cravings. So if you want to reverse this, I suggest to buy a pair of blue light blocker glasses. Basically, there's some orange glasses. You can go on Amazon, search blue light blocker glasses, and pick yourself up a pair, all right? And that will help go a long ways to improving your health moving forward, which is going to have a knock-on effect on the quality of your sleep, which thus improves your health, okay? And number 5 is have some liquids before you feel the need to snack. This is one thing I tell my clients as well, like, you know, if you feel like you want to snack, if I feel like I'm hungry, I'm going to have a drink before I'm going to eat, right? Because if I have a drink before I eat, then maybe I'm not that hungry, because one of the first signs of hunger is dehydration, right? So you actually might be dehydrated instead of actually hungry. So drink something, maybe 250 mils of water, depending on the time of night it is, right? Like you don't want to drink that much water before you go to bed, because you wake up and have a pee in the nighttime. You don't want to do that. You want to have 8 hours, well, technically, depending on how long you can sleep, what's your maximum time, you want to sleep uninterrupted, which means not waking up in the middle of the night. And a lot of people struggle with that. And if you struggle with that, let me know, because I'll make a video on that as well. Because that's affecting your stress levels. And that's number 6 is don't keep junk food in your environment. A lot of people do this. They keep junk food in their environment and wonder why they go into the snack cupboard, or even that concept of having the snack cupboard. Like when I was growing up, we used to have a snack cupboard. But now I realize that that's a stupid idea, right? Why would you want to have a cupboard full of processed artificial food? It doesn't make any sense. Like if I want to eat that stuff, which I can, I allow myself the freedom to eat processed food every now and then, but I don't keep it in my environment. If I want a chocolate, I have to go outside. If I want ice cream, I gotta go outside. If I want cookies, I gotta go outside. None of that stuff's in my fridge, okay? And that's one of the biggest keys, because out of sight, out of mind, all right? Even if you're thinking about eating a chocolate, if it's not in your environment, you have to then take the action to go outside of your house, and it's just making it harder, right? If you want to have solid habits, you have to make it hard to do the thing that is bad for you, right? So for example, in this example, going out and getting a chocolate, there's friction there, right? It's not so easy to do that, right? You want the easy thing to be, you know, having healthy food in the house. That's easy, because that's going to be helping you instill that habit, all right? And number 7 is decrease your stress. Lots of people are stressed out these days, and decreasing your stress will go a long way to getting rid of these nighttime cravings, because that's a big problem, right? Like we're just stressed and our cortisol is super high. We're in our sympathetic nervous system all the time, and all we're thinking about is junk food, right? And the root of that is something that I'll talk about later is, you know, not loving ourselves, right? Like why are you eating junk food? Like why, if I'm not saying that I don't eat junk food, okay? I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying most people eat junk food every day, and they eat it multiple times a day. So you have to ask yourself, why are you doing that? And for most people, what I've noticed in my coaching is most people don't really love themselves. Like, I never used to love myself, right? And this is a topic that I go into in other videos, but that's the root of everything. If you're fulfilled in yourself, you're not going to put the crap food in your body. One of my clients, I met him at a conference, and he started crying because he said, I hate my body, I hate the way I look, and that's why I'm not going to put the good food in my body. Like, why would I put good food in my body if I hate myself? And I feel like that is one of the root causes of why most people don't get the results they want when it comes to their health and their fitness. Because at the core, they don't actually love themselves. They don't accept themselves for who they are. In the effort to get to another place, they don't accept themselves. Therefore, they're always having that friction because they don't actually love themselves. And it's easy to rubber band back to how they used to be and not get the lean physique, right? So if you want to get the lean physique, you need to listen to the people that already have it and have the habits to back it up and the perspective that you need to shift your identity around this area. And if you want more help with that, go to healthmastery.net. You can check out the free web class we got there. Or if you're ready, if you feel like, you know, this is what I need right now in my life, I need to fix my health, I need to make sure that I'm losing fat, building muscle, because muscle is the organ of longevity, and I need to make sure that, you know, my health markers are improving, and I'm not worried about getting any chronic diseases, and I'm on the right trajectory. And if you feel like that's you, then go ahead and go to callwithaaron.net. You can go ahead and click the link below this video, above this video, or just go to callwithaaron.net and go ahead and watch that video. If everything resonates with you, go ahead and click the apply button, fill out your application, and then you'll be able to book a time to speak with me, and then we'll get on the phone and talk about where you are now, where you want to be, what's stopping you from getting there, what you tried before, how you're feeling about this, what you're scared of, all these things, right, that we need to uncover. And it's all confidential, by the way. And then after that, I'll have a clear idea of what we need to do specifically for your situation to help you go from where you are now to where you want to be. Okay, and this is how I do it. This is how I work, because this is transformation, right? This is not just information. What you need right now, if you're watching this video and you can touch your belly right now and you can feel the extra tie around your waist, you don't need more information, right? What you need is transformation. You need support, expertise, and accountability. Okay, and you need an environment where you can actually, be vulnerable and not be judged and get the help that you need. Okay, so go to coolveron.net if this resonates with you. If you feel like you need more help, not just on tip of the iceberg, nighttime cravings, right? But there's so much more to this equation. It's very simple, but again, in my experience, people need the support, they need the accountability, and they need the expertise to know that what they're doing is the right thing to do. Because you need to know that what you're doing is going to get you to your end goal. All right. So that was a quick one from me. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got some value. If you found it useful, type below what you found useful. 7 tips there on how to stop nighttime cravings. Go ahead and implement, and I'll talk to you very soon on the next one. Tomorrow, where we talk about, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? I forgot. But I'll put it in the comments, in the description. All right. Go to coolveron.net if you want help, or healthmastery.net if you want to check out my free presentation I made, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.